Hi. This is a little video for this week's class, the theme of which is open attention. And this is a kind of idea that really runs very strongly in the continuum world where I've practiced a lot. And it's this idea of, I'm going to keep it really simple for a minute, just call it the opposite of focused attention. It's maybe a little more subtle than that, but the idea here is that it can be practiced. Zooming out, zooming in. This is more of the zoom out part of the practice. So for the last three classes, we've been focusing on kind of zooming into certain areas of sensory experience, the contact, the movement, the sounding, and so forth. And weaving in that practice, I've sort of hinted at or suggested that you have this option of opening up out in different ways. And so we're pointing to this possibility or this idea that there's this kind of spectrum of kinds of attention where there's more engagement, more narrowing of focus, and then there's an opening of attention. Some of the qualities that I might associate with open attention are curiosity, receptivity, and a kind of willingness to just be available to what's happening, but without any great direction. So for a great example would be, so if I take my hand and I'm focusing a little bit on rubbing my hands and I'm creating some sensation, I'm giving a little massage or something. And now I've created all this sensation. And what I can do after just even a tiny little practice like that is I can just pause and I can open up my attention. Go, okay, what was that like? Does my attention get drawn somewhere entirely different than my hands? Do I become aware of some positive sensations? It's a way of practicing what I think, strangely, we all want all the time, which is permission to not have to focus so much. But this is like intentionally exploring the idea. And here in this practice, in this class, where everything is sort of intended to be micro pulses of teachings and little introductions of things, it's a great opportunity to just see what that's even like, where you're doing the dive, you're in the pillow dive, you get really involved, and then the idea would be several times remind yourself, okay, now just open up and just receive. Be curious about the experience I'm having. Oftentimes in those moments of opening up, we actually have other impulses to do something else. Like I want to stretch, or I want to make another sound, or who knows. But the idea is that that's where your practice becomes your own, and you explore how you're opening up, how you're zooming back in, zooming out, and then how in your opening up you're allowing for perhaps a larger range of expression or not, but it's there, the possibility is there. So open attention, it's a rather mercurial concept, I would say, and something I'm still learning about, but it's been very useful to me to feel like that less focused part, always trying, like you sit down to meditate. I want to fucking meditate, and it's like when nothing happens. How many times have we done that? So here you get to practice in small increments. I could just focus on humming right into the pressure on my pillow on my chest. And then after a little bit of that, I just kind of open up and I reflect. It's a shift. It's a shift away from focus towards receptivity, towards curiosity. And it can be learned and practiced and very helpful. So that's the theme. We'll say more about it at the class this week and look forward to seeing you there. Thanks.